Have you ever met someone who seemed destined for greatness? Yet one decision shattered everything. This is the story of a young man who learned that mastering his mind was the key to changing his destiny forever. Ethan was 17, a boy with a spark in his eyes that made people believe he would do something extraordinary. He grew up in a quiet town where his teachers admired his intelligence and creativity. He was the kind of student who didn't just dream, he had plans. He wanted to be an architect, to design buildings that touched the clouds. But there was one thing Ethan struggled with: discipline. He had talent, yes, but talent alone wasn't enough. Ethan loved dreaming, but he hated working hard. He avoided challenges. He'd leave assignments unfinished, skip practice sessions, and tell himself, "I'll do it tomorrow." And tomorrow never came. One evening, Ethan sat on his bed, staring at a rejection email. His application for a prestigious summer internship, a step closer to his dream, was denied. Not selected due to inconsistent academic performance. He crushed the letter in his fist, his heart sinking. His father, a quiet man with weathered hands, stepped into the room. "Rejection hurts, son," his father said softly, sitting beside him. "But sometimes it's life's way of asking, do you really want this?" Ethan didn't answer. His father placed a worn-out leather book on Ethan's desk. "Your grandfather wrote in this every day." Discipline was his secret. "If you want to change your life, start here." That night, Ethan opened the book. Inside were pages filled with simple habits. Wake up at 5 a.m. Read for 30 minutes daily. Write down 3 goals. Train your body for strength. Reflect every night. At first, Ethan scoffed. "How can a few routines change my life?" But something in him stirred, a small voice whispering, "What do you have to lose?" He made a decision. Starting tomorrow, he would commit to 30 days of pure discipline. No excuses. No skipping. The first morning was brutal. His alarm screamed at 5 a.m., and every muscle in his body begged him to stay in bed. But he forced himself up. He made his bed, jogged through cold morning air, and felt a strange mix of pain and pride. For the first time, he realized discipline wasn't about feeling motivated. It was about showing up anyway. Days turned into weeks. Ethan journaled every night, writing about his struggles, his victories, and his growing confidence. His friends laughed at him when he declined late-night parties. "Come on, man, live a little," they teased. But Ethan had tasted something new: control over his own mind. And that was more intoxicating than any distraction. One afternoon, Ethan visited the city's tallest building, a skyscraper he'd always admired. Standing beneath it, he whispered to himself, "One day, I'll design something even greater." That night, while journaling, he wrote, "Discipline is freedom. The more I control my habits, the more I control my life." It was no longer about the internship or the rejection letter. It was about becoming the kind of man who doesn't quit. 5 years passed. Ethan, now a young architect, walked through a construction site wearing a crisp suit and a hard hat. His design was finally coming to life, a stunning skyscraper that pierced the sky. As he watched workers bring his vision to reality, he thought back to that leather book. Every page was filled with sweat, tears, and relentless effort. A reporter interviewing him asked, "What's your secret to success?" Ethan smiled. "Discipline. It's not glamorous, but it's everything." Ethan's story teaches us something powerful. Discipline is not punishment, it's a gift. Talent may open doors, but discipline keeps them open. Your future is shaped not by what you dream, but by what you do every single day. So ask yourself right now, are you controlling your mind? Or is your mind controlling you? If Ethan could change his life with simple habits, so can you. If this story touched you, please share it with someone who needs it.